The future of war is no longer just about tanks and soldiers. It is about speed, precision, and overwhelming firepower. In 2025, America's missile power stands as the most advanced and unstoppable force on Earth. Imagine weapons that can cross continents in minutes, defenses that can strike enemy missiles before they even touch the skies, and machines that redefine the battlefield forever. This is the story of America's rise as the ultimate missile superpower. The truth has always remained. Nations rise and fall on the strength of their weapons. Throughout history, empires have been built on the sword, the cannon, and the tank. But in today's world, missiles have become the symbol of dominance, and the United States of America has transformed them into the backbone of its military might. From the deserts of Nevada to the icy waters of the Arctic, the U.S. military has developed an arsenal so advanced that it sends a chilling message across the globe. America is prepared not only for today's wars, but for the battles of tomorrow. These weapons are not just about destruction. They are about deterrence, power, and the ability to protect allies while keeping rivals in check. Every missile in America's arsenal tells a story of innovation, technology, and relentless pursuit of superiority. The intercontinental ballistic missiles, known as ICBMs, represent the crown jewel of U.S. strategic power. Capable of traveling thousands of miles in under half an hour, these weapons ensure that no adversary is ever out of reach. Hidden deep inside reinforced silos and patrolling silently aboard nuclear submarines, these missiles form the backbone of America's nuclear triad: land, sea, and air power combined into an unstoppable shield. But in 2025, it is not just about nuclear missiles. America has entered the era of hypersonic weapons. These cutting-edge missiles travel at more than 5 times the speed of sound, maneuvering unpredictably, making them nearly impossible to intercept. Imagine a weapon that can strike an enemy command center halfway across the globe in under 15 minutes. That is not science fiction, it is America's reality. The power of America's missile force is not just about attack, it is also about defense. The U.S. operates one of the most advanced missile defense systems in the world. From the Aegis destroyers sailing silently across the oceans to the TOD and Patriot systems stationed across allied nations, these defenses form an invisible shield in the sky. Every incoming threat, every hostile missile is tracked, targeted, and destroyed with precision before it can cause harm. This is not just defense, it is domination. Tanks and armored vehicles still play a role, but even they have been reshaped by missile power. Modern Abrams tanks are equipped with active protection systems that can fire interceptive missiles, destroying incoming enemy projectiles in midair. The battlefield of tomorrow is no longer just about brute force. It is about who controls the skies above, who commands the speed of missiles, and who can outmaneuver technology in seconds. America's strategy is not built on fear alone. It is built on assurance to allies and deterrence to enemies. From NATO in Europe to alliances in Asia, U.S. missile power stands as a shield. Every base, every missile silo, every submarine beneath the waves is part of a larger message. America will protect, America will defend, and America will prevail.
When we talk about America's missile power, we are not just describing machines of war. We are describing a philosophy of dominance, a philosophy that ensures the United States is never caught unprepared, never left vulnerable, and always positioned one step ahead of its rivals. Consider the sheer scale of the American defense budget. In 2025, the U.S. military budget exceeds $800 billion, more than the combined military spending of several major nations. A significant portion of this colossal sum is directed toward missile development, missile defense, and the technology that surrounds them. Every dollar represents research, precision engineering, and an investment in keeping America's global edge intact. This investment has given birth to some of the most advanced weapon systems ever created. The Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile has been the backbone of U.S. nuclear deterrence for decades. Constantly upgraded, constantly modernized, it remains a silent guardian beneath the soil of the American heartland. Yet beyond the Minuteman lies the future. The ground-based Strategic Deterrent Program, an entirely new generation of ICBMs designed to remain effective through the mid-21st century. Faster, more accurate, and capable of carrying multiple warheads, these missiles guarantee that America's hand on the trigger is always unmatched. In the skies, America has transformed bombers into missile platforms. The legendary B-52 Stratofortress, despite being over half a century old, has been modernized to carry long-range cruise missiles capable of striking targets with pinpoint accuracy. Alongside it, the stealth B-2 Spirit and the upcoming B-21 Raider form the airborne arm of America's missile force. Undetectable to enemy radar, unstoppable once unleashed. But the real revolution lies in hypersonic missiles. Imagine a missile traveling at Mach 10, maneuvering through the upper atmosphere, too fast for any defense to intercept. Hypersonic glide vehicles and boost glide missiles are rewriting the rules of warfare. China and Russia may have demonstrated their hypersonic ambitions, but the United States has pushed forward with projects like the ARRW, Air-Launched Rapid Response Weapon, and the Hypersonic Conventional Strike Weapon. These are not just weapons, they are statements. A statement that in the race for speed, America will not just compete, America will lead. Missile power is not only about the offense, it is also about protection. Consider the Aegis ballistic missile defense system, stationed aboard U.S. Navy destroyers and cruisers. This mobile shield follows the fleets across the oceans, scanning the skies, ready to destroy any incoming threat. The THAAD system, Terminal High-Altitude Area Defense, acts as another layer of protection, intercepting ballistic missiles during their final approach. And then there are the Patriot missile systems, deployed around the world, protecting allies in Europe, the Middle East, and Asia.
But the story goes even deeper. In 2025, America is not just defending its territory, it is defending space. With the creation of the U.S. Space Force, the mission has expanded to securing the skies beyond Earth's atmosphere. Satellites now serve as the eyes of missile defense, tracking launches from anywhere on the globe, ensuring response in seconds. Directed energy weapons, lasers, and futuristic interceptors are being tested as the next frontier. Imagine a world where enemy missiles never reach their target because they are destroyed in space before even descending to Earth. That is the future America is building today. The message to rivals is clear. For every missile launched against America or its allies, there will be a counterstrike, faster, stronger, and unavoidable. For every attempt to challenge U.S. dominance, there is an arsenal prepared to answer. Missile power in the hands of America is not just technology, it is strategy, it is deterrence, it is survival. This strength is also psychological. When adversaries see America's missile tests, when they watch footage of missiles leaving the silos in a roar of fire, when they witness submarines silently releasing their payload beneath the waves, they understand the truth. This is not a nation to be challenged. This is a nation prepared for the unthinkable. And yet America's missile power is not only about war, it is about peace through strength. Because sometimes the most powerful weapon is the one that never has to be fired. The knowledge that America can strike anywhere, anytime, with precision and devastation, ensures that rivals think twice, thrice, before making their move. It is this deterrence that prevents wars from happening in the first place.
But no story of America's missile power is complete without acknowledging the rivals that challenge it. In today's world, two nations stand at the forefront of competition: Russia and China. Both have invested heavily in missiles, both have showcased their own hypersonic weapons, and both dream of closing the gap with America. Yet despite their efforts, the balance still tilts toward the United States. Russia boasts the avant-garde hypersonic glide vehicle and the Kinzhal air-launched missile. China has tested the DF-17 and continues to expand its missile arsenal. But America's response has been relentless. With multiple programs advancing simultaneously, the U.S. ensures that no rival holds an uncontested advantage. Every test, every deployment, every system unveiled by America is a reminder that while others may innovate, America accelerates. The future battlefield will not look like the wars of the past. Instead of tanks clashing head-to-head, it will be a war of precision, of speed, and of technology. Missiles will define the outcome long before soldiers step onto the ground. And in this domain, America continues to hold the upper hand. Imagine a swarm of drones, each carrying guided missiles, moving like a wave across the sky. Imagine artificial intelligence systems capable of analyzing threats in real time, choosing the best missile defense response faster than any human ever could. Imagine laser defense weapons mounted on warships, silently cutting through the sky, burning enemy missiles mid-flight. These are not dreams. These are realities under development within the U.S. defense industry. Even the concept of missiles themselves is evolving. Today, engineers are designing weapons that combine stealth, hypersonic speed, and precision into a single strike package. Missiles that can evade radar, missiles that can adjust mid-flight, missiles that think. Autonomous guidance, powered by artificial intelligence, is turning missiles into hunters that can pursue moving targets across the battlefield with relentless accuracy. This is where America's strength lies, not only in the weapons it has today, but in the vision it holds for tomorrow. The Pentagon, DARPA, and private defense innovators work together to create technologies that seem pulled from science fiction, yet in laboratories, in testing ranges, and aboard experimental platforms, these ideas are becoming reality.
The competition with Russia and China is intense, but America holds a secret weapon: alliances. NATO in Europe, partners in Asia, allies across the globe. Together they form a network of defense, all supported by U.S. missile power. Every Patriot missile battery in Poland, every THAAD system in South Korea, every Aegis destroyer sailing with allied navies extends America's reach and multiplies its strength. This is not just national power, it is global influence. And when America demonstrates its power, the world watches. Missile launches that pierce the skies over the Pacific, hypersonic tests that shatter speed records, defense intercepts that prove no threat can slip through undetected. These displays are more than tests. They are signals, warnings, and reassurances all at once. To allies they say, "You are protected." To enemies they whisper, "Do not test us." But what makes America's missile power truly unique is its adaptability. In every era of warfare, the U.S. has reinvented its arsenal. From nuclear deterrence in the Cold War to precision strikes in the Middle East, to now developing hypersonic supremacy and space-based defenses, America evolves with the battlefield. That evolution ensures that no matter how warfare changes, the United States will always remain ahead. The rise of America's missile power is not just about destruction. It is about survival. It is about maintaining peace in a world where threats are ever present. It is about ensuring that no rival, no adversary, ever feels confident enough to start a war they cannot win. And in that balance lies stability. For the American soldier standing watch on the front lines, for the naval fleet sailing across contested waters, for the pilot soaring above hostile skies, missile power is the shield. For the citizens back home, it is the reassurance that their nation is protected. For the world at large,
It is the reminder that America remains the superpower of our age. As we look to the future, one thing is certain. The wars of tomorrow will be shaped not just by courage and determination, but by technology. Missiles will be the sharpest blade, the decisive force. And in this race for dominance, America has already taken the lead. The question is not whether America can win the wars of tomorrow. The question is whether any rival dares to challenge the nation that holds the most powerful missile arsenal the world has ever seen. Because in the end, America's missile power is more than a weapon. It is a message written in fire and steel, carried across oceans and skies, echoing in the silence of space. The message is clear. America is ready, America is prepared, and America will always rise above. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of how America is shaping the future of warfare. If you found this deep dive into military technology fascinating, make sure to subscribe, like, and share, because the story of power, technology, and dominance is far from over.